I watched my little sister get pinned to a tree by my brother, and I didn't lift a finger to help. My brother has been tormenting me and my little sister for as long as I can remember. He's 3 years older than me, 5 years older than her. And in all that time, through every shove, every cruel word, he has never apologized. Even when he pushed her off her bike and she fell so hard she broke her rib, he said she was in my way, but I didn't even blame him. I couldn't, because every time we told our parents, we got the same response. He's just being a brother. It's not his fault. So I became her protector. Every single time he went after her, I was there. I'd step in, take the hit, calm her down after. It was exhausting. It was unfair. But no matter what I did, he never faced a single consequence. That's why I decided to stop protecting her. Not because I stopped caring, because I finally had a plan. When I thought of the idea, I couldn't wait for my brother to hurt my sister again. I was in the kitchen when I heard it. My sister was screaming from the backyard. I ran to the window, and what I saw made my stomach drop. My brother was carrying my sister up the tree and hooked her t-shirt onto the branch so she was left dangling there. Her face was bright red. She was kicking, crying, screaming my name. I didn't move. I just stood by the window and watched with a smile on my face, waiting for what was to come. Every instinct I had was screaming at me to help her, but I stayed frozen because this was the plan. And I knew if I broke now, nothing would ever change. She screamed for me again. He just laughed. Then I heard a ripping sound. Her shirt tore and she fell hard onto the ground. Thud. Ah! The scream that came out of her was different this time. It was more panicked. She grabbed her leg and started sobbing that she couldn't move it. I looked at my brother and watched as his face went white. He was scared. Perfect. That's when I walked outside, my phone already in my hand. He looked at me and I could see him trying to figure out how to make it her fault. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, "I'm calling the police." He laughed. "You're not actually gonna," but I was already dialing 911. 20 minutes later, a police cruiser pulled into our driveway. 2 officers stepped out and I watched my brother's face cycle through confusion, then panic, then pure terror. They walked over to my sister, still on the ground, still crying, still holding her leg. One officer knelt beside her. The other turned to my brother. "We got a call about an assault." My brother started stammering immediately. "It was an accident. I didn't mean to. She's fine. She's totally overreacting." The officer cut him off. "We're going to need you to come with us." That's when he said it. The words I'd been waiting to hear my entire childhood. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt her. Please, please, I'll never do it again. I'm sorry." I couldn't help but smile. Tears streamed down his ugly face that couldn't even grow a beard. Snot running, his voice cracking. It was the most pathetic I'd ever seen him. My parents came running outside just in time to watch their golden boy get put in the back of a police car, still apologizing through the window as they drove away. I stood there watching until the car disappeared down the street, and for the first time in years, I felt like I could breathe. And as soon as my parents started giving out to my brother instead of my sister, the police car turned back around to our house. It pulled into our driveway and my sister hugged me. "You were right, the plan worked," she explained. "You see, the whole thing was staged. Those officers were my best friend's mom and her dad, and my sister's leg was completely fine. Those tears were part of the performance. We planned the whole thing together, down to the shirt that was already ripped at the seam so it would tear on cue. All to make our parents realize just how horrible he really was. My brother never hurt us again, and now I'm the one to abuse him and get away with it."